Hey there, Chad here for the AI Content Dojo, and in this video I wanted to show off something that's kind of cool that has been a discovery from the Facebook group by Harry. He's been sharing some pretty amazing things that can be accomplished in Shortly, and I want to show it to you. If you're a marketer or somebody who needs to write some sort of copy that is maybe targeted or maybe going to be retargeted towards specific audiences, then you're in for a treat because Shortly does have the capability of helping you out, especially if you need to rewrite content to be, focused on a different target audience or something. So let me just show you real quick. It's been added to the Shortly Compendium, which is a page where I kind of compile all of this, awesome discoveries about Shortly into one place so that you can find it all here. I recently added the ability for you to filter the results, or I guess the content, so that you can, because there's a lot. If I scroll through this, let me zoom out here a little bit. There's quite a bit. There's a lot of things that I'm teaching about how you can accomplish certain things in Shortly. Things like article briefs or before-after bridges, even making baby names, all that kind of stuff, right? It's all in here. Let me get back zoomed in here. And I want to show you today something I added called Quintessence. I love that word. It's of Latin origin, as it says right here, and it kind of means like the purest substance or the most perfect example of something. And in the case of how we're using it here in the context of Shortly, is that it's a way for you to steer your message towards a particular audience. And that's powerful. You'll see here in just a moment why. Because when you've got maybe some ad copy, for example, and you've got it targeted towards maybe, moms or something, or maybe even more specific than that, moms for Mother's Day, and then you want to change that word, that content to be something different, focus on a little bit different target audience. You can use this to kind of help you get there. Now, responsible AI usage here, this is not for scraping content or generating content. The idea is that this is content that you've written. You could have used AI to write it, but it is your content, and you're just trying to figure out good ways of kind of changing the messaging of it to focus on a different target audience. And you're not using the AI as a way to at scale generate content, because what you're going to run into trying to do that are problems in the future down the road when Google starts to recognize patterns in the AI or things like that and starts to label it as spam. Or worse, you're going to be creating content that is overly general and doesn't really focus on your reader's intent anyway, and it's not going to rank, and you're not going to have, what's the point of doing it? You're just going to waste your time. But anyway, we're talking about Quintessence today, and I want to explain how you can do it in Shortly. So we're going to start with a paragraph here, and it's about the ketogenic diet. It's the ketogenic diet is a low-carb, high-fat diet that offers many health benefits. In fact, many studies show that this type of diet can help you lose weight and improve your health. Ketogenic diets may even have benefits against diabetes, cancer, epilepsy, and Alzheimer's disease, which is pretty crazy. If it's all true, that's amazing. I hope the science finds that is. But let's say that you wanted to reword that so that it sounded more like it was written towards maybe school teachers, for example. And here's what Harry used as an example. Rewrite the above towards people who are school teachers. Yep. As simple as just asking for it, and Shortly returned a repeat of the paragraph. Seems to always do that, or almost always do that. And then the reworded version too. It says many people are worried about the possible negative effects of the ketogenic might have on their bodies. The ketogenic should be the ketogenic diet, right? Might have on their bodies without telling others about it first. This is one of the reasons why it's important to talk to your doctor before starting any new diet program or lifestyle change. They will be able to guide you through which diets are suitable for your body type and give you a lot of knowledge on how healthy they really are. I think that sounds pretty cool. It might actually be something that a school teacher would consider in their instruction for students, right? Let's do it again. Same paragraph, the same paragraph above, way up here where it says ketogenic diet. And we're going to run it for entrepreneurs instead. Rewrite the above towards people who are entrepreneurs. And I'm right here in the video, or in the text. I know the mouse cursor is tiny, sorry. The results. Many people are under false impression that being a business owner entails playing it safe, never taking risks, and loafing around on the couch all day. The truth is quite different. In reality, entrepreneurs take huge risks and have to work long hours and invest themselves fully in their enterprises. Okay, so far, it doesn't really sound like it's doing much of rewriting for an entrepreneur, is it? And then it seems to kind of repeat the existing sentence. So I guess in this case, you would probably want to rerun it maybe and get a different result. Although this is a little bit rewritten, isn't it? Actually, it is rewritten. Sorry. The ketogenic diet is a low-carb diet that offers many benefits for those entrepreneurs, who are looking to transition from an unhealthy lifestyle to a much healthier one and shed excess weight quickly. In fact, many studies show that ketogenic diets can help such individuals lose weight and improve their health. Ketogenic diets may even have health benefits against diabetes, cancer, epilepsy, and Alzheimer's disease, etc. Yeah, that's really good. You might tone it a little bit for your needs, but as you can see, Shortly did a pretty decent job of kind of steering it towards entrepreneurs. It's the same content in a sense, but with a better focus towards somebody who might be an entrepreneur versus the original content. Well, let's go into Shortly here real quick, and let's see if we can kind of repeat this a little bit. I have the paragraph here, the ketogenic diet paragraph, and I'm just going to try and focus it towards different people. Let's see. Rewrite the above towards people who are, I think athletes might be kind of interested in, if the ketogenic diet's for them or something, right? Let's see what Shortly can come up with for athletes. Okay. Remember how I said it kind of seems to repeat? Oh, look, it didn't continue this time. All right, let's redo it. It's actually the first time it did that to me. Watch it do that to me over and over now that I have you on video and I'm trying to explain it. There we go. Okay. It generally does more than a couple sentences too, or a sentence. I guess in this case it's one sentence. Athletes can also benefit from the ketogenic diet because it helps them achieve their goals by improving their ability to handle intense workouts. Okay, so here's a little bit of a hint though, because we're in the middle of Shortly. We can also take this, if we're going to use this content, we wanted to expand upon it a little bit more. We could do something like this. We could cut off the context right here, right? And then we'll make like a ketogenic. Let's put like a sort of a title here: ketogenic diet for athletes, right? That way it thinks that let's copy some of this, let's put it up here, and let's make an article brief. Actually, let's let Shortly create an article brief for us. Let's see, write an article brief. Let's see, about ketogenic diet for athletes. Let's run that. Let's see what we get. All right, pretty good. Let's take this. We're going to cut it and put it over here and then go back. All right. So now we've got a section here. Since this thing is cutting off the context, if I use write for me, if I'm down here, I'm at this part right now. And if I want to add more content, my article brief has got some decent content in there to give it a good seed amount of content to use, or context to use. I'm going to set this to a little, and then we're just going to go over here to the end of this intense workout part right here and just hit write for me, and let's just see what else it comes up with. The ketogenic also help you experience the benefits that come with training at higher intensities, improved metabolism and better fat burning. Let's continue. Let's see what else it can give us. If you're new, it can be confusing. Okay, that's pretty good. Below are some pros and cons that might have come from the article brief. Let's see. It's actually kind of just taking us on a tangent, which is kind of nice. But as you can see, you could kind of use this as a jump off point for your article And you could probably get a pretty decent article going from this, from just rewriting your existing content a little bit. In fact, it's what, probably 130 something words started on your article already, and you haven't really tried too hard yet at that point. Let's see if we can figure out. Let's see somebody else. Let's see. Let's see if we can throw Shortly off a little bit. Let's see. Rewrite the above towards people who are, let's say, firefighters. Like, I'm not sure if there's a way for Shortly. You might have to provide a little bit more context, and I'll explain that after we see what happens here. This might be a good example. Okay, it starts off with the repeat. Redo it. Let's see. Come on, Shortly. Firefighters, you can do it. I have faith in you. All professional athletes. Oh, whoops. Okay. We got a little bit too much context leaking in. Although I guess it's just a minor a minor tweak. Let's see. Just make this like firefighters should look to ketogenic diets. There we go. Just get rid of the little bit about athletes, and then we've got our start towards firefighters. I mean, I don't really know why you would target firefighters, but maybe if we provided a little bit more context too shortly for them. Let's see. People who are firefighters looking to improve their response time. I don't know. Let's just see what it does. This is one of the cool things about Shortly is you can just experiment with it, and wow. Okay. It's doesn't really seem to be focusing too much on firefighters, which is, I mean, I guess it's kind of expected, right? Like how do you draw that connection without it sounding kind of overly pointed, right? Like it's not the firefighters aren't probably like a type of category, I guess, of people that specifically would be, the ketogenic diet would be like an extra beneficial for. Probably need to be a little more generic, like people who are looking, instead of I don't know what response time means, but we'll say people looking to improve their response time, or maybe reflexes or something like that. Yeah. It's talking about metabolism and sedentary lifestyle and stuff like that. And, that's probably what is, appropriate given my cheesy kind of addition to the context there. But I think that this is pretty cool. If anything, even if you don't get content that is perfect for, the rewritten aspect of your paragraph there towards your audience, then, you could have a good jumping off point where it's like maybe if it was a start of a new article or something, and you just kind of wrote one paragraph and you use this to kind of add extra in a new kind of angle, and you maybe had your target audience in mind, you could get a pretty decent start to an article going, and then work with that to get more content into it, have more context for maybe creating things like outlines and persuasive bullet points or things like that. And I would like to, again, say thank you to Harry, who's in the Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group, you're missing out, because it's an awesome place where people are sharing their experiences with Shortly and other AI tools that are effective in creating content. And you should join. If you look down in the notes below, or the description below this video, I'll have a link to the group. Or if you search for AI Content Dojo, you'll find it pretty easily. It's growing really fast, and I'm trying to make sure that it stays focused on helping people make the most of Shortly and these other AI content tools that are out there. Not just writing, but everything from brainstorming to researching to writing and publishing and promotion too. If it's a cool tool that can help anywhere in that workflow, we'll discuss it. If it's a really good, well-polished tool, I'll even start creating videos about it to help people make the most of it and fit it into their workflows. So I hope to see you in the Facebook group, and I hope this was something interesting for you. And until next time, take care.